Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the Smith and the Black channel here at Ticker Talker and with the Strat Time Report. And a couple stories going on. It's NASDAQ and Tesla. Let's take a look. What we know is going on here is things trading broadening formations, right? That's how price discovery works. So, if you look at the QQQ here, upper left, and I'll blow this up for you so you can see it better. Here, you can't have an outside bar unless you take out one side first. So, pokes down like that, comes roaring back here. So, potentially we get the outside day and take that. If we don't make it today, we'd look for that to do complete tomorrow, unless something bad happens. Right now, there's a whole bunch of good stuff happening in there. So, here's your 60-minute and still green. So, you're just paying attention to that. Right, here's your gap down. Then it comes back up here, right? And you can see this is an outside bar. And so when this tick that out, these become an outside bar of that, right? And that's what we're looking to see if we can take all of this stuff out on the daily, like so. And if you go to the SPY, you're going to see this. SPY on the 60-minute does this. Let's go back here. Let's make it a little bigger. Okay. So here you can see the gap down after triangle layout, stop them out, right? And now coming back through here, because if you go to the daily, see this was an outside bar. And so when we took that out slightly up yesterday, then come back through, now we form the broadening formation here on the 60, you see? And now starting to creep back up. So this right here, they really mess them. When I talk about this before, a few days ago, real tight range, more often than not, price discovery is going to start over. Boom, higher high. Boom, lower low. Boom, higher high. Boom, lower low. And now back in the middle, we'll see if we can get through there. But it's pretty much the NASDAQ are in. All eyes on Tesla. And so Tesla does this. And let's shrink that down a little bit. Tesla looking for 2,000 here, getting mighty close. And so on the daily, it's like, what do we look for? First of all, continuation pattern, right? And what does that look like? Does it look like this? Have I been talking about this since I've been a Ticker Talker? I think I have. Take out the high, slightly take out the low, 222 continuation, and bam. And when you combine that with full time frame continuity and long green bars, good things tend to happen. So right there was your buy signal on the daily this morning. Off she goes. And once again, here's an outside bar in the upper middle, outside weak. Right, that means you tested it down, tested it up, and now they're steamrolling them. Right, that's a range expansion on both sides, continuate and going to the upside. If we go to Apple, is it overvalued? I don't know, don't care. What I do know is still going to the highs. All right, still drifting into the highs. You just have exhaustion risk when you get up there. If we go to Netflix, now let's go to this daily. We've been talking about this one for a while. We sure have. Here it is. Netflix, broadening formation, inside day to the upside, still walking back through this thing, still trying to come back up through there. Because remember, we've talked about this weekly over and over again. When you have the inside bar, like so, here, once again, remember this one. The slight higher high, to come back to the inside bar, stop them out. And now, like I said, Tesla gets a little more juice. Tesla gets a little more juice over 497.45, so you still got a little bit more room in there. You got SQ, and SQ stalls out a little bit here on our 60 down in here, but you can see in the upper left, the inside day. Stop, take it right there. They're going to stop these guys. Now we're going after them because it reconfirms the upper middle, inside weak to the upside. You've got, watching these broader averages soften up a little bit. Not not rare when you go back to the middle of the try, because we might start some more price discovery over again. You got the crowd. The crowd goes wild. So once again, here's your broadening formation in the crowd. Higher high, lower low, boom, 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 right? And now, if you go to the weekly, once again, the 2-2 reversal back through previous range. Is that what we look for? We sure do. And, albeit in the lower middle, the monthly's still red, we're getting closer to taking it green. And a lot closer than taking this out than that out for the outside bar on the month. We can keep an eye on that crowd. We've got ZM. And ZM sticking it to them. We've been talking about this. I think we have. I know we have. Right? Here's your broadening formation in the upper left. Right? There was your inside day. Then back through. Then your inside day. Now back up. And now look. expanding on even on that, so the broadening formation becomes bigger. So we knew about that because of the monthly. Once this went green and coming back through the range, outside bars exist, and there it is, right there, your broadening formation with time frame continuity and the reversal on the upper middle, the weekly. Stop them out, just like the Netflix, and then 2-2 to the upside. All right, if you go to ZS also coming up here and having a nice day. Kind of running away a little bit here on this, but once again, we've been watching these formations: lower low, higher high, lower low, and boom, and that the trigger here goes right in the weekly. All right, take out the high, take out the low, stop them out, boom, right here over 126.50. You got 135.64 still working. We got SNPS on the earnings, and that's just blasting off into the highs. A little tricky on that if you had the 30. Inside 30 going right now, right here, trying to take this out. Over 208.65, and you can see this here. Went up, down, and then inside on the 30, and back up. And then this was a little tricky here, right, to stop them up, but now you got another 30 here still working. If we go to Adobe. Adobe not totally ripping with the other ones, but it's got the pattern that we're looking for, and that's what's given all this NASDAQ to go. 2, 2, 2, boom. Now we'll see if we can use that to take out the highs to get out of this. All of this is inside of this outside bar. All right, so we'll see if we can get out of there. If we go to D-Dog, and you can see D-Dog here, the outside weak in the upper middle, right, and that's your triangle, broadening formation. And then here's your reversal right here when it takes out the low and then back into it above 84.57, right? Gives us a buy in here. Now it's coming out of this daily range, and we'll see if that can stay up right now inside 30. If we go to FSLY, here you can see this is the upper middle weak, outside weak, right? Right here, and then we slight poke down, and now trying to come back through here above 85.35, right? So you see this big outside month in here. We'll see how that goes. We've got OTRK, and OTRK. You see this inside week still ripping here. Nice ripper there, and the upper middle to make sure you see that, right? So here you can see the inside days. Here was your 2-2 reversal on the daily upper left. Inside day, still going, and now it's just kind of drifting higher. When you see something drifting like this, more often than not, what you want to do is go down to a smaller time frame and try and pick it off the lows of this stuff. Here you can see a 2-2 reversal, fiver here and here, and so opposed to going into the highs, because you can see this range is pretty tight, albeit still moving higher. We got a Microsoft. Microsoft here, trying to take that weak on the upper middle here, like so, above 211.88, and it's there right now, so we can look for shorter term stuff. Domo. And Domo here, you can see once again, lower middle, you're going to see the outside month, and then here in the upper middle, the outside weak and the expansion, just like Tesla, right? Now going into the high, so some exhaustion risk up in here, but we'll see if that sets up again on something for you, like so. Keep an eye and see what these futures are doing, just kind of meandering right now. If we go to, let's go to some fun in the downside. Lift, puke. Lift, and so lift, is this what we look for? It is. So here you can see the potential of the broadening formation coming back through, right? When you had here the inside day and then poked up yesterday, but then what do reversals look like? RevStrat, 1, 2, 2, where do the stops go? Here, 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 and take them out. They just had some news about dropping in California, I believe, so it's going to be a little newsy and bouncing around now, but you can see here, you may have heard me say the term triangle they out, and so we wait for them to stop them out. So anybody who is short this thing, stop them here, stop them here, stop them here, boom, and then here's our 2-2 right back down. Nice and newsy though, so we'll see. Uber coming down too with it, and you can see triangle they out, inside bar, boom, and then exhaustion risk into the lows. We'll see if these things set up again. If we go to Microchip, So microchip, one of these things is not like the other. And so when you see all this NASDAQ stuff blasting off, another thing you can do is look for any NASDAQers that are down, because these guys are for sale. And so you can see this upper middle, the 2-2 reversal on microchip here, coming back in. Still good on the week, but for the daily, you can see the slight higher highs up into here, and you'll see this. Stop them out. Broadening formation like so, and coming back through. So we'll see if there's any more problems there. Cirrus Logic, we've known about this too. Still having some issues, not totally getting killed, but this is what you look for. We're looking for this as it was coming through. If you go back to the archives here, we've been talking about this going outside month for a while, and there it is. And so we'll see if this sets up again for more puking. How's that Tesla doing? Tesla, see if Tesla can. I was hoping we'd do it during the strat time report. Tesla. So right now, Tesla cooking it inside 30 here. So we can keep an eye on that going forward at the next half an hour. Downside more Alta. We talked about this one too. Don't you love when they all play out your way? I talked about this reversal in the upper middle. The 2-2 reversal back through the previous range, looking to take that out, which it has. So the good thing about that is that once it stays below that, now it's expanding, and now you're going to get your outside weaker here in the upper middle, see? All right, so if we go to some of the energies, NBR, not totally getting killed, but, still trying to bleed out a little bit. EOG here, still coming down, and you can see this. 2-2 reversal on the weekly in the upper middle, red on the month. It's full time frame continuity the downside, having some problems there. LITE, more NASDAQ coming down. Right, we call this Momo Shooter on the daily here. Bottom pickers, where's the stop? Right there. Bam. See ya. And now, once again, in the lower middle, potential outside month on this thing. Bright red on the week. We'll see how that goes. You got Cree. Still having problems here, and if you go to the lower middle, once again, looking for that outside monther, and if you go to the upper middle, pivot machine gun. Is this what we look for, coming back to the previous range? You bet it is. Where's the stops? Here, 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 here. Wipe them. Come and clean them out. Cree coming down, having all sorts of problems here. A couple bios. You got Sarepta here. Sarepta having some issues here, and you can see that weekly here, bright red, taking out last month's lows and just dribbling into the lows. You've got ARWR here to a lesser extent on the weekly, but could change that on the weekly, but the daily inside day to the downside, something we look for. So we'll see if anything more comes in that. Another lesser extent are ABC. Not a lot of things getting pummeled, but when you can see the inside weeks to the downside, it's something you'd want to know about, coming back through a previous range if anything else goes wrong over there. Let's see what else. I think we can leave it at that. Let's get the Tesla show. You get you out your Tesla 2000 hats coming pretty soon. Should be. We'll see. Other than that, like I said, like I always say, my videos here at Ticker Talker channel are free. All you got to do is come to Smith in the Black channel, and everything I put out is complimentary on me. And hopefully you can learn and profit from it. That's going to do it for today. I'm Ron Smith, the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report.